Be'ezus Hashem, today's Amud is Daf Yud Beis Amud Aleph. We're holding in the middle of Torah tests. So far we've learned that the Iker Chiyas were Makabel from Tefillah. We've learned that there are 12 Neschois of Tefillah, which are corresponding to 12 Shvatim. Each Shevet has its Shar and its Nusach through which its Tefillah goes up, and it's Mashpia on one of the Yud Beis Mazalis. And those views mazalis are mashpia on the world, and kafi, a person's tefillah, that's how he's zeicher to mashpia. We learned that a person's tefillah is poil zois, something called a zivug lamala and a parnas lamala, and kafi, a person's, however much he's poil that zivug or the parnasa, he's zeicher his own zivug, his own parnasa. And we learned that Yaakov is koil from all the 12 shvatim, and that's why he's able to bring all the tefillahs according to their shevet that they're shaykh to. So now we're learning that when a person stands to daven, then a person gets filled with other machshavos and which surround him and don't let him daven properly. It's like he's left in the dark. Machshavos zaros and klipas. He's not able to daven. Like the pasuk says, that I'm surrounded by clouds which are not laying tefillah, my davening go further. The pasuk says, Saviv Rishayim Esalochun, that the Rishayim, the klipis, which are all the different machshavos which don't let me daven, are all surrounding me, and they're not letting me go. They're surrounding me. When Krum Zulas of the Adam, when it's Krum Zulas, when I'm being Isaac in Tefillah, which is Krum, like Chazal says, a Ruma Sha'olam, but people are Mezalza it. But the Rebbe says that the same way I'm surrounded by darkness, which means I try davening and all these things come into my head, all these different machshavos that make it I can't concentrate and think about what I'm saying, or all different types of feelings and discomfort that make it hard for me to daven, and so on and so forth. All different things which shter my davening, whatever it is, but there are psachim, there are ways out of this choshech. There's a way out of that darkness. Like Chazal say, habalatame paischem. So the Rebbe says, if it's true habalatame paischem, that when a person comes to do an avera, then they open up the Pesach for him. That means the Pesach, if I fell into a place of tumah, that when I tried davening, I'm surrounded by all these things which are preventing me from davening properly, then there was a Pesach that let me in. So if there's a Pesach let me in, there must be a Pesach to let me out. The problem is that a person is blind and he doesn't see the Pesach. So the Rebbe says, what's the eitzah that a person should be able to see the psachim that through the darkness and the cloud which is preventing him from being able to daven properly? So the Rebbe says that when you have the Or of Hashem, when you have the Or of Hashem with you, then you're able to see the Pesach. Hashem Ori v'Yishi, and the way you're zeich to Or Hashem is through emes. Why? Through sheker, it's kilu misal kakash baruch hu, because the pasuk says lo sisa shem Hashem lashav. When you're makam of shav, of sheker, then the shem Hashem can't be brought up, because dovish shekarim lo yikoin leged enov. But when a person has emes, the kar v'Hashem chol kar v'chol shekaru v'emes. Then when you have emes, the meat of emes, then Hashem is with you, and when you have Eibishter with you, then you're able to see how to go out of the darkness, which is stopping you from davening, like Hashem Ori. So, with the kesh of this Torah, the explanation for this is similar to what we learned in Torah Zayin. We learned in Torah Zayin that when you have Amunah, that Hashem is the Mechadish, that you believe that Hashem is the Ma'ala Teva, that even if Teva is mechayiv one way, but with tefillah you can be meshana teva, because you know the Eibishter is mechadish meshana teva. So when you have that amunah, then you know, then you're able to see how to daven, because what's preventing me from seeing how to daven is because I'm not davening of a oifen of amunah. I'm not davening with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. I'm not davening with the understanding that through tefillah I'm connecting to a place of l'mayla m'derech teva. I'm connecting to a place where teva doesn't mean anything, and the way I fell into a place of davening is not with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is through sheker, and it's only through emes when a person davens with emes. And emes means to daven authentically, to say the words authentically, not with a show, not with a shita, not to follow any chitzonistic way of davening, just to push it, to connect to the words as they are. And then when a person does that, when he's able to see, then Hashem Kavyachol, when a person has the meat of emes, like we learned in Torah Zion, when you have emes, you're zeichet to emuna. When you go through when you go with emes, then Hashem is with you, and you're able to see the way to daven. Till now, I didn't see how could I daven, which is connected to what we spoke about before, finding the shevet and the nusach, which is shaykh to me. I don't see the Pesach and the Shar, which is shaykh to me, because I'm not davening with Eibishter. I'm kavyachol like davening with a sheker. It's a show for myself, a show for other people, mostly a show for myself. I'm not connecting to on my level where I am authentically. Memela, it's a shov, it's a davish shkorim. But the more I try davening with the emes, then the chol hashekoriv be'emes, then Hashem is with me. Hashem ori. Then I'm able to see the shar, which is shaykh to me. When I try to daven with the emes, I see the shar which is shaykh to me. So the Rebbe teaches in the pasuk says by the teva tzoyer tasel teva, that Eibishter told Noach he should make a tzoyar, a light for the teva. So Rashi says yesh oimrim that tzoyar means to make a chalon, to make a window. Yesh oimrim even toiv, like a shiny stone. So yesh oimrim, there are those who say that their amira, their davening is like a window, and there are people that when they daven and when they talk to Hashem, it's like an even toiv. So what's the difference between a window and an even toiv? A window has no light, but it allows light to shine in. And if there would be no light to shine in, then it doesn't help. An even toiv is even when there's no or from the outside, it brings its own light. So to there's some people that their own dibur is so emes, but it's only emes like a chalain that allows other people to shine into them. They made their dibur emes enough that if there's emes and the or Hashem shining from the outside, then it helps them. And some people that their amira is like an even toiv, which is meir. Everything is however much emes you have. So why could ikar shteikus Hashem is to emes? So that's the hamshich pasuk Torah Teva v'lam ama techalenem elamala. But that's the techalenem elamala is v'techal nefesh David. David has the shteikus that the Hashem kavyachol is mishteikik to be meir for a person who goes with emes. And what's with the ama? Ama is the hey mitzvah sepeh. That's aleph mem hey. Together with eshamayim, which is the eish mayim of the tefillah, that the person should daven with the eish, with the mayim. But how does a person do that? Is only through the inyan of emes. That's emes. That's ama techalem amal. That's Rosh Hashanah's emes. So and then the Pesach hateva betzidas tasim. You should put a Pesach to the teva on the side of the teva. That when you have the teva, when you have a tzarha, when you make the teva is the word. The words of davening are done with a teva and a oif of emes in order to be zeicha, that it should shine into you. Then you can see the Pesach. You're able to see the Pesach in the darkness that we're trapped in there. And the tzida, the side of the teva, is the side where we're trapped. And then that until now I felt trapped in the darkness. I wasn't able to daven properly because I felt surrounded. But now I'm able to see the Pesach through davening be'emes. That is adds to that it's only together with learning Torah, and through this we misaken the hamshach pasuk is tachtim shnim shloshim, the three levels of the teva, the three levels. It's like we said before, the olam hashafa, olam hagagalim, olam haseichel, the shafal, the lowest level, the koichav, which is gagalim, and the malach. So you say, and the Rebbe continues, that every person has to mekasher his tefillah to tzaddik in order that the tzaddik is able to mechaven him to which shar, because every person has his shar with his shevet, and the tzaddik is able, like we said, that the Yaakov is a tzaddik, and he's koil all sharim. He's able to show a person. In other words, when a person makes himself into chaloin, who makes himself into a window, then even he himself doesn't have the or to see himself, to be meir himself, to know where the Pesach is, but he allows himself to become emes enough that the tzaddik could be meir into him what the proper light, where the proper Pesach would be, and where the shar, which is shaykh to him, is found. As it says about Mashiach, the Mashiach's marach v'doin. Mashiach will be able to smell things, and through that to make a din, because the inyan of tefillah, like we brought down a few places, the hilase echtem lach, the inyan of marach, of being able to smell and nose, is inyan tefillah. That brings the Ma'ar Rabbi Chana, that once he was going in the midbar and he was together with a Taya, with an Arab, a Seicher Shmuel, and who used to take dust, and he was able to smell the dust and tell us how far away, and this is a proper way to go to wherever we have to go to. So we asked him how far away from water. He said, "Give me offer," and he gave it to him, and he said, "We're 8 parsois." We tried a different time, and he said, "We're 3 parsois away." So one time we gave him different sand to see if maybe he just knows where he's going, and it's not the sand, and he wasn't able to, because you see that only through the sand he was able to do it. So the Rebbe says that once we were going with a Taya, with a Seichi Shmuel, the Rebbe says that's a Tzaddik Adar. Why? Yishmael is in Tefillah, Hashem Eli Anyech, Hashem heard the Tefillah of Yishmael, and that's Seicher, which is in Amunas Chasviv Secha, and Seicher is in Yisachar, which is a rounding, Saviva, a rounding. So the Rebbe is saying that we connect to ourselves. Rabbi Chana is saying we connect ourselves to Tzaddik Adar, who's a Mashiach, who's able to smell things and tell us how far are we, and where do we need to go. He's able to take the tefillah, like the Apostle says, Yitin ka'ofar charboy, that the cherev is like offer, and cherev is like tefillah, like we said, b'charboy v'kashti, and he was able to smell, and through that he was able to tell us where we're holding it in our tefillah. He knew how far away, and what's our shara tefillah. So we asked him how far away from water, and he said, "Give me offer, give us a tefillah." And he said, "We're 8 parsois." What different time we say it's 2 parsois, 3 parsois. So, and what's pshat on that? In Mitzvah tomorrow will be mamshich, and the pshat in this, in the what it means that he smelled, and what 8 parsois and 5 parsois.